It is the weekly challenge number 22, and we're about to throw ourselves into practicing the ability to speak in public. That is also where I'm actually standing now. I'm trying to get adjusted to this week's challenge, which is going to be about practicing the ability to speak. But we're going to do it in a safe atmosphere at home each day, every day this week. We're going to do a 3 to 5 minutes video recording of ourselves talking about anything, but with one focus each day. Like we did a body language challenge a few weeks ago. We were focused in on energy levels, smiling, hand movements, looking into the eyes, and so on. Speaking slower as well. That is the challenge for this week, to increase our ability to be ready to speak in public when that moment comes, because it will come. And that is what's coming up. So why do we need to do this? Well, public speaking is something that all of us from time to time will maybe not be forced to do, but we need to have the ability to do that, whether it's in a career opportunity, school, wedding toasts, whatever. Having this ability is key. It is important. It makes us spread our ideas. It's just something that gains us so much if we're comfortable in doing it. Not only because we may have to do it, but the joy of delivering a good speech, that is just awesome. And the other side of the spectra, what human beings often list to fear the most, the public speaking, the humiliation of actually failing out there with all the eyes just seeing your failure. Oh my god, that is so awful. And I've been through both. I've been through the successful speeches, through the awful ones that creates mental scars that are so hard to heal. And that is why this is such an important thing to master. It really is. And that's why we're going to focus in on this week. So, how do we do it? I don't claim to be any expert. You may see that because I'm not all that comfortable with this. Maybe I'm a bit flattering with my arms. I'm just all over the place. I used to sit when I do my recordings, so this is actually my first recording standing up. So, just full transparency here, I'm no expert. But I've researched the experts, I've taken in a lot of different advices, and I've narrowed it down to what seems to make the big difference in our context here. Because I want to create small, simple challenges we can do during the week without actually making it the whole focus of the week. It should be easy to do and something that can be done in like 5 minutes. We are gonna focus in on one body language technique, because we did this a few weeks ago when we had each day a body language technique which we thought about, which we focused in on. So Mondays, they were for smiling. We were focusing on using our smile in our everyday life. But for this challenge, to practice our speaking abilities, we are gonna put a camera on the stand, record ourselves, push the record button, talk about something for 3 to 5 minutes. Could be if you have a speech coming up, you can be practicing that, or you can just in the moment talk about some random stuff. That's a great practice, to just have the ability to do that. But for each day, for each video, we're gonna have the intention of in particular focusing in on maybe the smile on Mondays. And on Tuesday, we raise our energy level and we try to use vocal variety. We try to use the voice in another level and not just stand like this and be very monotone. And the eye contact, maybe we'll focus in on really looking in the lens, or we can actually put up some fake eyes. You can use a cup for eyes to look at. And so just each day in the week we do a 3 to 5 minutes recording, and we have those themes for each day, and we do this recording. It only takes you that little amount of time. You do have a phone, you do have the ability to record yourself, so that's why you don't have any excuses. It takes so little time, you have the gear, and then it's just a matter of watching through it. If you're not used to watching yourself on video, it is so uncomfortable. It really is. I remember my first speech when I had, not first, but I had a rhetorics course a couple of years ago. And I had a 15-minute speech which was filmed, and I had to watch it all through with my teacher, and it was my first experience of that, and it was dreadful. Not only having to see yourself, but actually seeing yourself with someone else. Anyhow, it is such an important thing to go through, because you learn so much from just observing yourself. You may have a lot of different tweaks and twists and like different vocal things that you do that are disturbing the flow of your speech. And that is why it's so good to just watch yourself when you do a talk, speech, or whatever, and observe yourself. Then you can give yourself credit for the things you do well, but also take notice of the things that you may need to tweak a bit. You may need to improve, because you may be all off on some things, and I'm spitting here, and people may not dare to say those things to you. So when you get to see it for yourself and oh my god, that is so obviously not the way I should do it, and when you hear those and pauses, that is when you realize that you should remove them. So that's why this is so important. So the objectives are, and they are so simple: Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. The hardest part about this challenge is counting the days. 3 to 5 minute recording of yourself. For each day we have a focus. In the comments below, in the description below, I will write out the daily focus. It is the 5 most core body language techniques that I've researched a couple of weeks ago when we did the challenge on that, and have that focus on that recording. Mondays, start with Mondays. That is the smiling part, working with your smile, and especially emphasizing that in that video, and then you can play around with that. So that's just the challenge. I'm getting exhausted here. I'm not used to standing. 5 video recordings, 5 observations of yourself when you watch that recording, and that is all you need to do. And it doesn't take much time, and it will prepare you for when this moment of public speaking will come, because it will come. If you want to put in an extra effort, you do this. You go on to YouTube, TED, or whatever, and you watch a good popular speech. Could be about anything, and you observe that person, and in particular you observe the smiling part for Mondays, for instance. So that is, if you have extra time, you watch and observe a speech, and especially the focus of the day, smiling for instance, and you get inspired for how they're using their smile, for how they're moving with their hands, for how they're using their eyes to take everybody in, to make people feel notice. And you try, you learn, and you experiment, you play around with this. That's what's so fun about this, when you're in this safe heaven. So that's it. That's this week's challenge. I'm so excited about this. I hope you are excited as well, because it's fun. And I mean, if you're up for it, you can upload your video on YouTube, and you can put the link to that in my comments, and we can go in and watch them and maybe give you some critique or feedback. That is way more daring but it's so useful for you. I'm gonna wish you good luck, and if you like what I'm doing, please share, subscribe, and like. I want to help you guys grow. I've grown so much these last couple of months since I've started to actually do this intentionally with focus, and it's just amazing. I want to share that experience with you. So if that's something you feel that you are into, follow me, subscribe, do my challenges, share with others. But if you're only up for this challenge, I wish you the best of luck, and I like to hear your engagement in the comments, and let's do this together. It's Sunday today, tomorrow Monday we start this, and it's gonna be great. This is Alex signing off. Au revoir.